Good evening, this is the New Dawn FM News in English, read to you by Aloysius Laukai. First, the headlines. JSB and JTT venue changed to Port Moresby City. No proper water supply in towns in Bougainville, says Health Secretary. Women's Development Agency warns Bougainvilleans not to criticize leaders on social media. Chief of Panoni asked ABG government to help settle community disputes in Buin, and leadership program inspires change. Now the news in detail. The Joint Supervisory Body and Joint Technical Team meetings that were scheduled to be held in Ottawa this Friday has been changed to Port Moresby. According to a memo from the acting Bougainville Chief Secretary, Thomas Rivet, the JTT meeting and the JSB meeting will now be held in Port Moresby. The JTT meeting will be held on Wednesday, 12th of March, and the JSB will be held on Friday, 13 March 2020. He said that due to these changes, all logistical arrangements have now been focused to new venue and information has been given to all stakeholders. The Chief Secretary also noted that due to the downgrading of Air Niugini flights to Buka, all JTT and JSB ministers are required to travel on Monday and return on Saturday, 14 March. According to the Bougainville Department of Health Secretary, Mr. Clement Tatabun, there is no proper water supply in the three towns in the region. Mr. Tatabun said that the water systems in place are contaminated. Many people of Buka town are using tank water, which does not meet quality water standards, he said. He said plans and budgets are in place to work with partners and leaders, develop a good water system in Buka, Ottawa, and Buin town. Mr. Tatabun said because of the lack of clean water supply, cases of people getting the waterborne disease are on the rise, as well as other diseases. He said the department will be working closely with partners to fix and improve water systems in the towns so that the people will have access to a clean water supply. The Executive Director of Leitana Nehan Women's Development Agency, Helen Akena, warns Bougainvilleans not to criticize their leaders on social media. She made these remarks in an interview with New Dawn FM today. Mrs. Akena was very upset to see especially women leaders posting and commenting on Facebook and criticizing leaders using offensive words. She said it is very unpleasant to see women using this kind of words on social media, as they should be the good example in the family, community, and Bougainville region as a whole. Therefore, she advises the women not to use offensive words to criticize about the age, state of health, or other physical failures of leaders, or use bad language against them on any public media. She also appealed to the public to use proper words on social media when addressing the opposing views about some of the work of their government leaders. She said Bougainvilleans must respect their government leaders and support their leaders instead of criticizing them using offensive language on social media, especially during this period of time where Bougainville is on the process of succeeding to independence. You are listening to New Dawn FM News in English. Chief of Banoni, Patrick Hermate, is asking the ABG government to help settle the conflict in Konno constituency in Buin District, South Bougainville. Mr. Hermate said that the conflict has driven many communities and families into camps as their safe haven, leaving their houses, gardens, and other daily essentials behind. Mr. Hermate declared that people are now facing hunger, lack of shelter, and insecurity because of the dispute that has been there for many years, whereas no authority has attempted to help. He said people are not receiving some of the basic services like education and health because of the displacement and disturbances in the area. He said that this is not good for the leaders to sit back and watch their people carry the pain themselves, but they must do something. Mr. Ramate said that it would be best if the ABG members, leaders, and village chiefs to go into the community, find out about the cause of the problem, and find some ways to settle the conflict so that the people would go back to their villages. To end the English bulletin, Women in the law and justice sector from remote locations of the autonomous region of Bougainville are now empowered to make a difference in serving communities. This follows the recent leadership and management training in Buka on modern workplace practices and technology and public speaking. Village Court Officer Aida Kia, Police Officer Michael Nkoro, and Correctional Services Warden Rebecca Bako, alongside with other women leaders, are more confident in displaying leadership and promoting good governance in their workplaces. For Mrs. Kia, whose high school education was affected by the Bougainville conflict, the leadership and management course has empowered her to instill discipline and pride in her team. Now, Miss Sabe meeting one time all workman Mary Blomi, na talking more long calm, long work, long time, na make him good la work, na no can pay nothing, and me talk lo Tok Pisin. I now run meetings with my work people. I tell them to be punctual and also to earn their wages, not getting paid for doing nothing. Ms. Bako, whose education had also been disrupted by the crisis, is utilizing tools from the course to lift performance and be a good role model. She is proud that the change in her is apparent to colleagues and family. Ms. Koro, on the other hand, who has served Arab Bana district as police officer for 16 years, is now more conscious of the public perception of her as a public official and advocate of law and order. Speaking in Tok Pisin, she says, "Me must treat him all client below me one time respect, na give him good plus service long all. Display him one plus big plus something me line him long display training me kiss him." The leadership and management course was supported by PNG Australia Partnership as part of the commitment to empowering women to bring about change in their communities. As we lead into the International Women's Day, we are proud to highlight such women. This has been the New Dawn FM News in English. You can also see our news on the websites on www.bougainvillenews.com, www.bougainville.taipei.com. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. On behalf of the news team, I'm Aloysius Laukai. You have a pleasant evening. Good night. Yan one kind news long Tok Pisin mi Aloysius Laukai by Rhythm. Joint Supervisory Body na Joint Technical Team Meeting where ibi mas kamab long arawa lo display Friday. Policyanisim na by kamab now lo Port Mosby. Long Tok long Acting Bougainville Chief Secretary Thomas Rivet. JTT meeting, one time JSB meeting by kamab now lo Port Mosby display week. JTT meeting by kamab long Trinday number 12 day long March na JSB meeting by kamab lo Friday 13 March 2020. Because long display senis only started him now over the line we said he must have long display JSB he must ready na go lo Port Mosby past time long display meeting come up. Chief Secretary talk to us him because any winnie down him all balance he come lo buka JTT na JSB ministers all he must go lo Port Mosby on Monday na ba come back again lo buka long Saturday 14 March. Long Tok lo Bougainville Department of Health Secretary Mr. Clement Totabun inogat proper water supply long all triple town Loimi inside lo region lo Buin town, Arwa town, Nabuka town. Mr. Totabun itok all water Loimi where imok lo yusim he got PP alongan or contaminated. Planty online lo Buka town or lo yusim all tank where emino meeting quality low water standard lo yumi emito igato plan na budget oli ready lo work one time all partner na leader long come up one time put water supply system inside lo buka arawa na in town. Mr. Tutabun itok because long this lack or inogat put clean water supply people who long kisimol sick where every low water is ever come up in the department they work close to one time all partner of fixing this problem na make him senis by water supply can stop long all town lo yumi. Executive Director lo later na Nehan Women's Development Agency Ellen Akena tete mitok luka long all Bougainvilleans no can parabim or leader lo yumi lo social media long all tok long and long New Dawn FM. Mi sakana ito kami no hamas long looking especially all women leader yoklo make mo comment lo Facebook where yoklo bagara mo leader lo yumi emi to display mi no good pla lo looking all Mary make mo sem lo wanem social media in our app where or you can kokoros longen na bagara mo leader lo yumi emi to look at long all Mary long no can use more offensive words or talk no word lo bagara work lo health na all na bla work or leader he working long this social media and missing out to the public lo using all good pla talk lo social media na all no can cockroach long work long government na all something work or come up inside the region long social media and talk government he must respect him government leader and support him more leader instead of making more talk note ibarabin or leader lo yumi Iblock Lohanim News Gamela New Dawn FM. Chief Lo Banoni Patrick Aromate, and me ask him, Autonomous Bugam Gamen, Lo Halivim, Lo Pinichim display heavy Lo Kono constituency inside Labuin District, South Bougainville. Mr. Aromate talk, this la heavy long Kono, Barabimol community, na family, istab long have no good, long all tent, Lucim garden, na house long all, na all something long all. Mr. Ramate talk, people long angry, staff good, long display heavy, where all authority too, look, pastor him. Emi talk all this people look, simo common services, education, na housing, na got big pla heavy, la life long all. Emi talk, good pla looking more leader, easy on, na look, long people long all, long kisim big pla pen, na heavy too much. Mr. Aromate talk I'm good plan on ABG member now leader of village na community he must work one time lo Pine Road long street la heavy lokono na long Pinism news all Mary long law na justice sector long all players inside the autonomous region lo Bougainville Olexim Chambla line in Paris long look save lo work all working long Halivim community long all it's like behind him on plan leadership and management training. Come up with book long work or mama in a working long talk na street on place. Village court officer Ida Kia, police officer Michael Koro, Correctional Service Warden Rebecca Bako, one time on Napla Mary leader, Oli talk Oli Hamas, long kisim training, long good governance, long workplace long all. Mr. Kia was at he losing work long and not teach long time long crisis every talk this black course and we give them big plus have long make him work long and now me have a meeting one time on work man Mary blow me na talking more long come lo work long time na make him good work na no can him pay nothing let me talk Pisin Miss Bako was at school long and two even bagarab lo time long crisis and we talk and we utilize more tools long this black course long make him good work long and Miss Koro long this time and we work long Pana district long police officer and we talk and we kiss him good line him long how we can work long law na justice inside long community. Now display Pinism New Dawn FM News long Tok Pisin. You can look him on news from April on website on www.bougainvillenews.com www.bougainville.typet.com. You can be on Facebook na Twitter. Makin news team lo New Dawn FM maybe always lokai. You got good night.